Hey everyone, Joe here with S3 Archery, and today I really wanted to talk about a really simple question or something to discuss, but that is rarely discussed, and that's the topic of why choose traditional archery. I mean, why would anybody pick up traditional archery in a world that compound archery is so prevalent and has been clearly shown and proven is a much easier sport to pick up versus traditional archery? Why would we do that? So I want to talk about that topic, generate some discussion, and really um, pose it to you all to actually post comments at the bottom of this video. I would love to hear your feedback and know your thoughts about why did you choose traditional archery or why are you considering traditional archery. And let's really start a discussion around that. So as I start, what I wanted to talk about is a few topics, and I'll just go one by one, and we'll just tackle them each at a time. So, and like I said, feel free to post comments at the bottom of it. So, that question, why choose traditional archery? The first thing I think about is the tradition of it. Think about people like Ishii, Howard Hill, Pope and Young, Bob Lee, Tom Jennings. These are historic, traditional names. These are big, big names, great personalities, great people, changed the world of archery forever, and people worth emulating. Is that the reason why you want to do traditional archery? You want to be more like them, use the same equipment that they used, um, and really have the experience that they had. Even though it's the modern world, it's almost like rewinding back in time. Is it the idea of traditional archery being so simple? Just a simple stick and string, and the ability to work on your own equipment and make your own equipment. So with compound archery, I did compound archery for years and years and years. And if you had something as simple as you just wanted to change your brace height just a little bit, you have to twist the string, of course, twist or untwist the string. Compound archery, you have to go to a bow shop. You're completely reliant on an archery pro shop because you need a bow press. And with traditional archery, all you need is a stringer. Take the bow down. It takes 1 second. String the bow, or string the bow up, or string the bow down. Change your brace height. Put it back together, and you're back in the game. So that idea of being able to work on your own equipment, tune it exactly how you want it, not being afraid of your equipment. With the compound archery, it's gotten so complex that it's almost scary, and you can really get hurt if you do something wrong. Where with the traditional archery, it's just so much more simplistic. It's intuitive, and all that time that you save not worrying about trying to tune your bow, or if something is out of tune on your bow, you can spend that time practicing and actually getting better at archery. So that's a really big appeal, I think, of traditional archery for many people, is just the raw simplicity of it. Is it the idea of just slowing things down and like not overcomplicating things in our lives? That's similar to the second bullet, but think about automobiles, and back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, when you opened up the hood, you could almost climb into the hood. There was so much space in it. And nowadays, you'd be lucky to even get a pinky inside the hood in any space. They've just crammed in so many computers and electronics. And while this has made the cars more reliable, it's made them safer, it's just, technological advancements, it's maybe taken away a little bit of that ability for your common person to be able to work on their car, or in this case, to work on their bow. And is that really what we want? Do we want to be completely reliant on archery pro shops? Do we want to only have a few people that can actually get our bow working, or if we have a problem in the field, we're basically out of luck for that day, and we have to take it to a professional archery shop? Or do we want it just to be a simple stick and string? If something isn't shooting quite right, you can go ahead and change it right there on the spot. I think that has a lot of appeal to people, and being able to use your own hands and work on things. You know, Another thing I want to talk about was just the results orientation versus process orientation. With compound archery, I think something that can be a bit of a point of frustration for a lot of traditionalists is the idea of someone who has never shot a bow before, never hunted before, and the notion that they can run to a archery pro shop or run to a mass retailer like Cabela's, purchase a bow, and within a day or two, they're proficient enough that they can go out and hunt, and they feel like they're a decent archer, and they'll go on the forums and post a lot of comments and whatnot. There's a little bit of frustration for people who are lifetime archers who've been doing it for 10, 20, 30 years, and they know how hard the sport can actually be. And with the traditional archery, the notion behind anything worthwhile requires a very large investment. So whether that be an investment of money, that's not really the case with archery, but with the investment of time. So yes, you can go to a mass retailer, you can purchase a compound bow within days. You will be proficient, you will be good enough that you can, hit a silver dollar from 20 yards. But is that really that gratifying when you can get results that quickly? Or is it the idea that you pick up traditional archery, pick up any traditional bow, and it's going to take you years and years and years until you can consistently hit a silver dollar from 20 yards. So while that may seem frustrating if you come in with the frame that you're going to become proficient instantly, yeah, it's going to be a really frustrating sport. But if you can come in with the right mindset, know it's going to be a big investment of time, but also know that when you do become proficient 2, 3, 4 years down the road, it is going to be so rewarding when you do harvest your first animal or when you do win your first competition, because you know all the investment that it took to get there. Another thing to think about, are you just looking for a fun activity that is cost effective, it's relatively cheap, and it's something that you can do with anyone in your family? It can be your wife, it can be your husband, it can be your children, it can be your grandchildren. This is a sport that anybody can do, and it is a lifetime sport. This isn't something that as you get older you won't be able to do it. You can adjust the poundage of the bows, and pretty much it's like riding a bike. It's once you figure it out, it's a skill that you'll always have for the rest of your life. You may not be as proficient as you once were if you were practicing hours a day and you stopped for years and years at a time, but after you do it for a little bit, you'll be able to pick it back up and enjoy the sport with anybody. And it's something that will provide the opportunity for years and years and years of fun with your family. So then finally, the thing I wanted to talk about is really like I said, results orientation versus process orientation, and that idea that in today's world, it appears to me at least, that people are starting to get the mentality that it doesn't matter how you get there, what matters is that you get there. It doesn't matter if it requires a lot of practice or little practice to get an animal. The main thing that's important is getting that animal. It doesn't matter about the tradition of archery or wanting to follow in those footsteps. It doesn't matter about really the hand craftsmanship of a bow or wearing equipment that was hand built by people, and getting away from ultra engineered CNC machined things. It just doesn't matter. Well, I'm here to say it does matter, and there is something about having a bow that a human being made with their bare hands, or having equipment, arm guards, arrows that were made by hand. All those things add meaning, and that's really what we want. That's what adds value, in my opinion, to the sport, is the meaning behind it. If all you want to do is go out and shoot a bullseye, this probably isn't going to be the sport for you. But if you're looking for something that really enhances your life, enriches your life, is a great challenge, is tons of fun, and is just the ultimate reward when you do it correct, I think this is the one-stop shop for you. This is just an amazing sport for you. So whatever the reason, I want to welcome you to traditional archery and congratulate you on taking the first step, which is either choosing traditional archery already or considering traditional archery and maybe taking that leap. And I want to let you know that S3 Archery is here for you. Feel free to reach out to us, post any questions to us anytime you want. We will get back to you, and we can give you our perception on it, or our view on the question, or give you tips and tricks and whatnot. And also, we just excited to welcome you to S3 Archery. Hit the subscribe button, follow us, and we can go on this journey together. And think it's going to be a really great time. To conclude the video, like I said at the beginning of this video, I would love to open this up to viewers. We don't get a ton of comments on our videos, but I want to see 100 plus comments at the bottom of this video. I want to hear, why did you choose traditional archery? Or why are you considering traditional archery? Let's have a discussion around it. I'll respond as much as possible. I just think it would be a really great time. There's no way I could hit all the points of why you would choose traditional archery, and I just want to hear all the people across the country or across the world, why did you choose traditional archery? So till next time, shoot straight, have a great time, and I'll be looking for those comments, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks.